Hi there, folks. As many of you know, I, Bill Oxidean, have a very strong racing background with boats. I raced RC boats for over 25 years. I actually worked in an RC boat factory for a great deal of those years. So my knowledge and experience with these boats is nearly unmatched, and that's why I have an RC boat company. When I was racing, I was literally and by far the most highly sponsored driver the world over. I mean, I got my boats, my motors, my ESCs, my radios, my servos, my everything for free. And not only did I get it for free, I got paid to use it, okay? My contract with Venom RC allowed me to buy any boat that I wanted in the world, and they would pay for it. That being said, it created a lot of animosity with not only racers, but directors and all. Because of that, not too many people were real happy when I decided to start a company. Consumers were really happy, but my competitors, they were not happy. They didn't know that whole time my scheme was to do something so brilliant. And they realized that I have all the resources and all the drive to make it happen. And I was met, like I said, with a lot of animosity and jealousy and not any support from the racing community. My own home district acted funny towards me. When I got my business started, they decided to buy a fleet of boats from someone else instead of me, instead of supporting their local guy. That upset me a lot and made me decide, you know what, I don't really want anything to do with racing. I'm going to support the people who support me, the people who play with these boats and enjoy them and really like what I'm doing. Here we are now, years later, and things have changed. Our old district director, Chris Wittrig, is a good friend of mine, and he and I had a lot of years of pitting together and racing, and he's decided that he wants a Dominator to include into the racing program. That, in my opinion, is commendable. So Chris and I have come together, and we're going to put together this Dominator race version to be raced in the NAMBA racing series. It'll be raced in P and P Limited. P is a 4S class, which we know the Dominator will handle very well. 200 amp ESC, 2000 kV motor, all the parts and hardware. Let's build this thing up for those guys. Hi there, I'm Bill Oxidean. I raced radio controlled model boats for over 25 years. Over that time, I won a lot of races and broke a lot of records, and I learned a lot, not just about boats, but about life. Eventually, I graduated to full-size drag boats, and I've had a great time doing that. Now, I have my own RC boat factory. We make the world's fastest, most reliable radio-controlled boats. Join us as we show you all about it. That's more like it. Now I don't have to worry about it. Well, what have we here? Now it's done. It's all complete. Check out this beauty. All graphicked up. It even says Chris Wittrig's name on there. This boat's for him. Hardware package all beautiful. Dialed in the trim tabs. Water pickups. Strut. Everything is nice in the right position. Turn fins precise and perfect. I may turn around and sharpen those with my knife sharpener. Rudder blade just a blading. I might sharpen that in my knife sharpener too. Beautiful red water outlets. Blast water out. TX01D radio. All programmed and set up for them. Antenna mount mounted. Stout and sturdy. Now voila. Let's take off the hood. Yeah. This is a very light version. Very, 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 very light. In these, we installed hull braces. We removed the hull brace on this inner wall to accommodate the ESC. We machined the servo down. We machined the ears off it for better fitment. Now this is in fact our collet version. Instead of a set screw, it has a wrench crank down collet. Racers tend to like this a little more because they have some versatility with the cable and the cable length as far as the strut goes. We don't really make this version anymore, but this version is perfect for Chris. 200 amp ESC mounted. Perfect and beautiful. Receiver mounted under the deck, which really avoids water splash and different elements and issues. Since its introduction, the Dominator has been a very well accomplished race boat. The Dominator has won P-Mono in the NAMBA National Championships more than twice. The Dominator got its name because I dominated our local racing circuit with it in both P-Mono, P-Offshore, and P-Limited Mono. The Dominator is a very, very, very fun boat, and many people have bought this boat who have never raced an RC boat before, set it up via my video instructions, took it to a racetrack, and won their very first race, the very first time they ever raced an RC boat. This is no exaggeration, no kidding. The Dominator is called the Dominator for a very good reason. We went with a single plug because typically what we find to be really efficient is to use one brick. This boat's going to be raced on 4S. So instead of 2 plugs and two West packs, I highly recommend that this boat is raced with one 4S pack right in the middle. I'm not sure what their rules are anymore. When I was racing, they had a 10,000 milliamp limit. They have more powerful motors now. Maybe they have a higher limit, I'm not sure. But I left room for adjustability and for weight differences in different ways they want to set it up. This thing will still fly no matter what. Yes, we did get a little bit of epoxy on that strap. I may just replace it because I want Chris to get a boat that is perfectly beautiful, just like he is as a person. Chris races with a group called the Seismic Amigos. They're a group out of Los Angeles, California, and they are, quite frankly, a force to be reckoned with. It consists of Mark Grimm as one of the main characters, and Chris told me this morning he's going to be going down to a Kim Grimm memorial race, which I actually knew Kim Grimm very well and raced with her many times, and she ran the clocks while I broke many records, and she will dearly be missed. And Oxidean Marine holds her in a high regard, in a lot of respect, because a lot of this speed run stuff and a lot of speeds that have been achieved today wouldn't be here if it wasn't for people like her that ran the clocks, set up the event. She used to feed us. It was just amazing. She's just an amazing woman that, again, we hold in high regard and high respect. Our 4519 CNC aluminum prop and our stainless CNC bullet will be propelling this boat. The Dominator has a very unique and beautiful bottom from many different aspects. From strake placement, these are the strakes. These chines are called strakes. If you notice far in the back, there's no strakes because this allows the boat to ride on a flat surface. These strakes aid it in turns. And they also help it get up on plane and plane at a certain level. If it's riding wet, it'll ride on these and all of this will be in the water. The Dominator also has a flat ride pad in the back, if you can see it. The Dominator actually rides on a pad. It narrows more and more and more as it comes to the front and becomes a rounded keel. The Dominator is most definitely, hands down, the most versatile mono on the market. Most versatile and by far the highest quality. There's nothing out there that is even close to the Dominator. From hull construction, to hull material, to the motors and electronics that come in it, to the radio system that comes in it, to the hardware, to the props. Not one boat out there is superior to the Dominator. Not Pro Boat, not any Pursuit bullshit, none of that. We make sure that our boats are top notch and better than the rest that's on the pile. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to our channel, smash down that like button, and by all means, continue enjoying radio controlled model boating. We have the Dominator in stock, ready to rock on our website. Bill Oxidean and Chris Wittrig's Dominator, over and out.